Hey guys, it's the third, and the coin we're looking at right here is ADA. This is on Bittrex and it's the 4-hour chart. Now I'm about to go to bed, but I had to make this video because if you take a look at this chart, it looks like it wants to go up another leg. I mean, these chart patterns are just so technical. So with that being the case, I'm actually gonna get in right now because it looks like it wants to go higher. And I'm not gonna get too crazy here. I'm going to go to the 100% what I normally do. So I'll set my target right here. But I have a feeling when I wake up tomorrow it's going to be filled. Hey, good afternoon everybody. Just like I thought last night, ADA was going to go higher, and it did. So I'm happy to say that my target was reached in less than 24 hours, which netted us a good 23%. Now if you take a look at the chart right now, let me delete this. This is the kind of pullback I was looking for. See how it looks nothing like what previously happened? Well, maybe here, but we'll see how it goes from here. If it keeps breaking down, what's going to happen is it's probably going to go, a 73% retracement of this high right here, which would probably be, around this area right here. So with the way the chart's looking right now, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. I'm happy, I made the 23% profit in that short amount of time period, and, we're just going to look for different coins in the meantime. Hey, good evening guys. It is January 2nd and the coin we're looking at right here is Binance coin. Of course on Binance. And this is the 4-hour chart. Now there's another opportunity I don't want to miss before I get to bed. If you take a look, it's pretty much doing the exact same thing that happened down here. There's an accumulation at the top followed by a spike. Looks like the exact same thing's going to happen again. So what I did was a fib extension of this first wave to see how high it got. I got quite a bit high. I don't want to take that high of a risk. I'd rather go for a lower target and then my target actually get filled. Now I usually go for the 100%, but I feel it's going to get further than that, so I'm going to go for the 127%. So I'll buy in here and sell right here. So I'll check back in a couple days and see how this goes. Hey guys, I'm doing a quick follow-up on my Binance coin trade. Now if you take a look, I'm pretty surprised. It basically mirrored exactly what it previously did. If you take a look over here, it accumulated and then went to the 175%. And then look again, it accumulated, then went to the 175%. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if it's going to do it again. Of course, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and see how it goes, but let's take a look at some of the gains. Alright, so that is 75% in 4 days. Hey guys, it is December 29th and the coin we're looking at right here is Kyber Network on Binance, and this is the 4-hour chart. I don't see it very often when a coin goes straight down, especially this far. So I've been watching this, waiting for a floor, and it looks like we finally got it. Right here was a double bottom, and then it looks like we're finally doing good because we're staying above the EMAs. See, we bounced off it here, went and stayed above, and then bounced off it again. So now I think it's time for this coin to go up. Now because I couldn't do a fib extension and I couldn't do a normal fib retracement, what I did here was a reverse fib retracement, which is what you see here. Started from the top, set it to the bottom, and then now I plan to set my target to right below the 50%, right here. So as you can see, it's quite a big percentage, so I think it's going to take quite a bit some time to get here. So I'll probably check back in a few weeks and see how this goes. Hey, good morning everyone. It is January 10th and earlier this morning I got an alert that said my target has been fulfilled for Kyber Network. So let's just do a quick recap. If you remember, I bought in down here and I set my targets to the 50% level of the reverse fib retracement. Looks like my target was reached at this position here. So that's a nice 144% profit in 12 days. I'm honestly a little disappointed in myself for not investing more into this coin, for this particular trade, because that is, an insane amount of profit in such a short amount of time. But it's okay, I can't complain. As long as my portfolio is increasing, I am happy. Now I'm not quite sure what it's going to do from this point, so I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for a few days and see what happens. Hey everyone, it is December 23rd and the coin we're looking at right here is ARK on Bittrex, and this is the 4-hour chart. Now for this coin, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to do a reverse Fibonacci retracement. If you've watched some of my previous videos, what I do is I pick a point over here and put it to this high over here. But what happened with this particular coin is it actually broke down the 786, which is, I believe it was like around here. And it pretty much just broke all the way down to the previous floor. Now I could have got in at the floor, but I wasn't quite sure what this coin was going to do, so I wanted to wait to see what kind of bounce we got off of it. Now as you can see, we got a nice wave 1 over here, and it tried to retrace, and we got some nice support. We bounced off this EMA. So now that's a pretty strong indicator we're going to go up from here, especially looking at the MACD. It looks like we're about to transition into the buying volume. So like I said, I did a reverse Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and then I also did a Fibonacci retracement with the first leg right here and going down to right here. Now I usually trade on the 50% Fibonacci retracement or 100% Fibonacci extension. Now that I did both of them, it looks like they're both pretty much lined on each other. So with that being said, that's where I'll set my target. So I'm going to buy in right here. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go to the red line. So that's going to be my target. Now if you try to use your Fibonacci extension and Fibonacci retracement and you're noticing it looks a little bit different than mine, well, that's because mine are completely custom. You know, I spent years tweaking these to try to find the best parameters to use, and I'm really happy with what I got now. Now, honestly, I can't just give this away to everyone for free, because if everyone starts to use it, then it becomes less effective. But there is one way to get it and also get these trading signals in real time. So if you'd like some more information, just click on the link in the description below. Alright, so now we'll check back in a few days or a few weeks and see how this goes. Hey guys, it's January 10th, and let's take a look at this ARK trade I did last month. We're looking at Bittrex, and this is the 4-hour chart. So if you remember, I did the fib retracement, or reverse fib retracement, and then a fib extension right here. And it looks like our targets were met. Looks like they were met a few days ago, right there. Alright, so that's a nice 42% in 17 days. Hey, good morning everyone. It is December 28th, and we're looking at good old Ethereum and Bittrex, and this is the 4-hour chart. So I'm talking about this right now because I see a really nice opportunity forming. This is the first instance of the price staying above the EMA for quite a bit of time. You know, it hasn't happened since way back here. I mean, as you can see, sometimes it broke past it, but it always went back down quite fast. Now this time it looks like it actually went down here and it failed to break down, and then it went down again, which failed to break down again. So that tells me now it wants to go higher. Now I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen, so I'm going to set an 18% stop loss like I normally do. So 18% lower, and it automatically sells. But these targets are looking too juicy to pass up, so I'm going to buy in right here, and I'm going to set my target to this level right here, which is 74%. Now what this is a reverse fib extension from this high to this low. Now you always have a safer bet trading the 50s. That's why I set my target to these 50% a lot. Trust me, it's better to make small wins than for a price to go higher than you expected, but then you didn't sell, and then it goes lower, and then you lose the opportunity to make those profits, and you become a bag holder. And it's just good to set your targets before you enter your trade. So we'll check back in a little later and see how this goes. Hey, good morning everyone. It is the 12th, and I'm here doing an update on my Ethereum trade. Looks like our target was reached. 12 days. That is 77% profit in 12 days. I'm actually happy my target went off here, because if you take a look, we're way above this EMA right now. So it's kind of risky right now to stay in. So I'm just going to take my profits, and I'm going to look elsewhere, in better coins with, better opportunities. Hey, good evening everyone. It is January 1st, and the coin we're looking at right here is LSK on Bittrex, and this is the 4-hour chart. Before I get started, man, what a year it's been. I'm so glad I learned about cryptocurrency and all these new emerging technologies that are going to change the world. I just can't wait to see how 2018 goes. So anyways, let's get back to this. Alright, so yeah, this is going to be my first trade of the year. I hope it turns out good and I don't get stopped out. So with that being said, I like how there's an accumulation up at the top here. It's a bit of a flag forming or pendant. So I'm actually going to get in right here, and I'm going to set my stop loss to this red line, just in case this EMA right here, just in case it does decide to break down. And I'm going to set my target to 100%, And what this is a fib extension. So here's the first wave right here, and then it goes down to the low, which is right here. And then when you set those parameters, it gives you the fib extension. So here's going to be my target, just a couple points under the 100% level. Hey, good morning everyone. It is January 31st, and it looks like our target was finally reached. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but that's okay. So it took right here. Wow, that's actually pretty funny. This is the first trade I did this year. So I did it January 1st, and my target was reached on January 31st, which is the last day of the month. So it took exactly 1 month for this trade to go through. But I don't think anyone would be complaining with these kind of profits. 92% in 1 month, that's a home run.